Okay, now it should be fixed for all of you. I know it went wrong. I know what happened, and I know how to avoid it. So this is our current buy zone, but I'm looking at another play because we do have August 1st. See, I haven't been here in a month. 10:25. So we don't have any high impact news. We had high impact news, which explains why gold is going to the moon. This could be good. Right here. If this is the area that I think it is, yeah. $26, 35 is 90. No. Okay. Could we catch this instead? Four-hour. That's happening now. Okay, to keep it safe, where we're at, we're gonna have to keep it safe. That's the high. 1 second. Let me grab something. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. I mean, I guess that works. Everybody happy? Yes? Okay, good. So this is what I'm looking at. Yeah. So to answer your question, because sorry, I crashed the stream. It was my fault. I see what I did wrong, so I didn't get to answer your question. Why not sells? Because it's at new all-time highs. The red horizontal line. I'm just marking for myself as a visual the all-time high. So we just hit it. That's the new ceiling as of right now. We don't know if it's going to keep breaking that. Market just opened about 25 minutes ago. There was high impact news an hour and a half ago. So we don't know. We don't know if it's going to keep climbing up. If this is the ceiling, we don't know. It's clear that it's obviously up in a new area, new zones. So we can't even take a risky sell if we wanted to. A risky sell would be now, or like how I said earlier, it would be now, but that would have been over already. So we're looking for buys. We're gonna play it safe and look for buys. We haven't had a losing day since the 1st of August. I'm just using August as a marker, right? So I don't even remember how July was, but we're starting from August. We haven't had a losing day, and we're not about to have one this way. One will come. We will have a losing day. It's going to happen. And when it comes, then it was a good run. But until then, it's going to happen safe. Man, I'm tired. I could really use a coffee. Somebody send me a virtual coffee. Let's see if I could share my audio now so you guys can listen. Let me see if I can share audio. Share input output. So what did I put a Sony sound? I've been away from my room here for like a month. Been at my girl's place for a month. That's why my setup was all different. And I haven't set it up like this for YouTube. Okay. Test. Let's see if the music works. Yes, that buy is still valid. So that's the buy zone there. The bottom two red lines, that's a maybe. We'll see how the candles go. No. Yeah, I got home at like 3 a.m. Let me rephrase that actually. I got home closer to 2, and once I set up my computer and everything just to have it working for this morning, it was like about 3 a.m. before I went to sleep. That's what I meant to say. Why did you choose the name Executive Zone? Just curious. Are you looking for a retrace for a buy-in? Yes. Oh, thank God. Here I can expand the chat so that heart doesn't block what you're saying. So, yes. I'm looking for a retrace for a buy. The way things are set up, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't see myself taking a trade, and I don't want to take a trade. I'll be totally honest with you. But out of keeping a routine and schedule and everything like that, I set up the charts the same way, zones and all that the same way, and we're going to execute the same way as long as things permit. For those of you on YouTube, remember there's like a minimum 8-second delay. So if you're looking to follow along, make sure you have things set up on your chart and be ready to make a decision. I'll let you know what I'm up to, if I enter or not, whatever. But if you're on YouTube, it will be a bit of a delay. So if I say I'm entering, you're going to hear about it 8 seconds later, and it might be too late for you to enter. While we wait for that entry, I'm going to see if I can plug in sound for you guys. A lot better than how it is now, because I know you guys hear it in the background. Testing with the music. Test again with the music. Video, mic, display, camera. So which one's video? What is this? That, this. Video capture. Okay, so this is cleaner. This is what you guys can see. Okay, good. I know you guys have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. This is mainly for my YouTube people. My Zoom people, you don't have anything to worry about. Window display. I mean, yeah, you're right. If if I figure it out this way now that I'm back at home, then maybe we'll just keep it this way for the webinar stuff. Like for people trading in the morning for like open sessions, it's not a big deal to do YouTube because it's still kind of like familiar for people that are trading. But I still have to figure out the webinar stuff for the business side of things. Because I can't do a webinar on YouTube. I mean, I can, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same effect. Like, wow, pizzazz. You know how people are. Sound properties. I did this before. I swear. I'm not gonna hire somebody to do this. Relax. I'll tell you right now, I'm with you on that one. The sells, the gambling side of me, the gambling side of me does want to take a sell. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely looking tempting. I'm not going to. I'm not telling anybody to sell. If you do, you're a degenerate. I don't blame you. I understand. I've been there. I feel it too. But I understand. I feel it, you feel it too. Media source. Nope, that's not it. This is my mic. So hold on, this isn't even doing anything. What about now? Okay, let's try audio capture. No. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. You guys are just gonna have to deal with this. This put the music this way. Sorry. And we'll look at Bitcoin as you asked. Right. Not on this setup. Okay, hold on. We'll do it this way. So everybody can see. So you guys don't freak out on me like with the other setup. There. Everybody can watch everything. There, I know this will keep you guys happy. I mean, you're right. Maybe it is the wizard. Maybe it's because the wizard's not there. Maybe you're right. I mean, hasn't let us down. And here's your Bitcoin. So yeah, I only look at gold. So I'm only watching to trade gold. While we wait, if there's a currency pair, a crypto, as long as it's not a meme coin. So when I say crypto, I just mean like the main ones. Um, If you want to look at another pair or something else, let me know. We'll take a look. I'll let you know what I see. If you choose to use that as a buy or a sell or whatever, or a confirmation for you, great. If it's not a pair that I watch regularly, take it with a grain of salt. Don't be like Edwin was effed up and he doesn't know what he's looking at. Because you're right, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't watch it every day. So if it's something that you watch on a regular, you know its movements way more than I do. But mainly I watch gold. I mainly watch gold to trade. Secondary would be the NASDAQ. And I watch silver prices. I don't watch silver to trade. Because I actually buy physical silver. I almost said silver. My Latino accent was coming out. I mean, I guess you're right. It looks like the Wizard's doing his thing. Interesting. Okay, so you're watching. So you're watching Bitcoin also. Cool. Let's see what key areas you're looking at, or let me mark out mine, then share yours. Is is crypto different? Yes and no. So the movements. I mean, the chart. The charts are pretty much all the same. How you read them, but you just gotta understand their movements a little differently. So like Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto in general, when they move in like big moves. Yeah, I know, right? We should have taken it. Whichever one of you was crazy enough to gamble the sell, you're in profits. And if you were crazy enough to take that sell from the top, I'm just going to tell you right now, before your ego gets to your head, you got lucky. Okay? Because I've been there where I called the top and I wrote it down, and then I get into my head thinking I knew it, I called it, I caught the top, and then what do you think you're gonna do next time? You're gonna get into your head and think that you've caught it before. This is it, and then next thing you know, it totally takes a fist up your whatever, and then you really feel the pain. So, if you are one of the people today that took the sell from the top and you're in the profits, just take it as you were lucky today, and it doesn't always play out that way. 58,000 key resistance, looking for shorts. Shorts, shorts, shorts. You're looking for shorts. How has your Euro USD been? Like, how has your trades with Euro USD been since last week's killer trade on the Friday, I think it was. Man, it's been a week already. I could see Bitcoin shorting just above the 58,000, so up here. Um, with with crypto, I don't typically take shorts. Doesn't mean that I don't. It's just I don't typically take shorts. I'll typically do buys and then get out. I don't really focus on crypto as much as I did in 2021, 2022. I think I should, but Euro USD has been good, but a bit slow, so I've moved into Bitcoin. That's much better, but I have to be more careful in Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is not for the weak. Are you trading spot price with Bitcoin? What is spot price? So, spot price, this is what I mean by each market has their differences. And you should understand each one, take the time, educate yourself, all that stuff. Spot price, meaning if one Bitcoin is, what is it now? $53,363 for one Bitcoin. Are you trading what the market price is one for one? So if you buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, you're getting 0.043, I don't know, whatever Satoshis worth of Bitcoin. So a fraction of a Bitcoin, but it's worth $1,000 of a Bitcoin. You're buying it at market price. It's like gold. Right now it's 25.44 for 1 ounce. We are not trading it at spot price. We're not trading it at market price. we're trading it in like a contracted amount of like so many multiplied by your leverage, whatever. So we're not buying it spot price. When I physically buy gold and silver, I'm buying it at spot price plus a premium, market price plus a premium. So my question to him was, are you trading Bitcoin at spot price? Like, are you just, let's say on your, if you're Canadian, on your ShakePay, on your CoinZoom, on your Coinbase, on your Binance, is it just straight whatever $1,000 Bitcoin is, or is he using leverage? That's the question. No, I'm not trading at spot. So which exchange are you using to trade with leverage? Are you using, I think Kraken and Gemini? I think, or is Gemini canceled out now because of regulation for Canadians? Speaking of Kraken, I didn't put on my trading hat. I know it's Bitcoin.com. It's called Trade Locker. Is it Canadian regulated? Speaking of Kraken, it's now time for a Krakachino cold brew, brought to you by Kraken. Kraken Crypto Exchange. No, it actually is Kraken. You guys think I'm full of crap? Look, it says right here. No, look, for real. Check it out. Kraken. It says there. Krakachino. Krakachino cold brew. The Kraken Exchange. This is legit the Kraken Exchange from the crypto event that I went to. They were giving out coffee. It was like crack. I got lots of swag. Check it out. Coinbase. Brought to you by Coinbase. Now partnered in Canadian soil. Brought to you by Chainlink. Now expanding into Canadian territory. This one's my favorite. Brought to you by Virgo CX. Now part of the Shiba ecosystem. What is this? Nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you. This is a spoon and chopsticks. Look, chopsticks. There's chopsticks and a spoon. Yeah, it is. So I don't know much about it. This one. So to answer your question, yeah, it is part of the Shiba ecosystem. I'm not promoting Shiba Inu and all those things I just said. I'm obviously kidding. They're not sponsors. So don't go out and buy all those things or anything with it. If you do, educate yourself, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. I don't know much about these people, but they had like a prize wheel and all that. I got some shirts from them. I got a Shiba shirt. It was way too big. I gave it to my girl. She could use it like pajamas. And I got a Pepe shirt. And then this. I like this because it's like portable. Since I'm always taking meals with me everywhere. So the trade locker. Do you know if it's Canadian regulated? And yes, an answer to your question, yes. Because someone asked if the cell is still valid. There is no sell. I'm not taking any sells. With the Bitcoin chart, I was just looking at a possible sell zone because on the YouTube, they said that they're looking for possible shorts at 58,000. So I see just above that price a decent sell zone. I wouldn't take sells. I would look for a buy. That doesn't mean that the sells weren't good. I personally just don't take sells. Leverage for shirts. Why am I reading it again? Habit. Yeah, okay, we can look at that. Nasdaq. Here's your Nasdaq. This would be better. Oh, I'm on the week. Oh, it works out. The Kia Sportage. So here, you're right. I forgot about that. So here the ads aren't deodorant. They're cars. I guess I smell better here. Good to know. It's not regulated. Okay. For me, I really like corn. No, I'm kidding. I played that yesterday. So for me personally, nowadays, as as almost like counterintuitive towards crypto as it is, nowadays I stay away from the non-regulated. tell you more about that. What specifically? What is that you want to know about? Yeah, you're right. I saw that. Why you stay away from non-regulated? Okay, I'll answer that. I'll answer the non-regulated. Um, but yeah, I saw that before I do. I saw that also when this candle came in. I was thinking the same as you, by the way. When this candle broke this structure, I was also looking at that as like a possible entry. So internally, I'm like kicking myself. Like, should I have taken it? Why didn't I? We're up at the top. Would have been low risk. But I'm looking to play it safer. Up in these areas, I used to be more of a degenerate. And I mean, it's like you can take somebody out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of somebody, sort of thing. So I still have that degenerateness in me, and I saw that, and I'd rather just play safe. If I don't take a trade at all today, I'd I'd be okay with that. Besides, yesterday we had a crazy day, like stupid crazy. Um, why do I stay away from regulated? I like the question, and I'll answer you right after a word from these sponsors. Zippo lighter fluid. So the reason why is when we had Binance, Binance was so big that there was no issues getting your money out. So when you wanted to cash out, like they had money coming in left and right. Now, of course, their owner, creator, CEO, whatever's in jail right now for his own perverted reasons or whatever it is. But as as things became more regulated, they started to crack down on more and more exchanges, and a lot more, not that it's anything new, a lot more non-regulated exchanges have just like up and left, like they just take your money and go. Anytime that you trade on an exchange, your crypto is at risk, your money is at risk. So as long as you have the experience of being able to take your money out of that exchange and it's non-regulated, then okay. If somebody refers you to a non-regulated exchange and you are going to take the risk of trading on that exchange, you do so at your own risk. But ask them, have you personally been able to withdraw funds? Because they'll take your money, no problem. I trade a certain amount and keep the rest on a cold storage. I I spread my crypto around onto different exchanges, so I have it multiple eggs, different baskets, I guess you could say. But let's say with this exchange, this ad is a movie. Oh, Blockbuster or something. I don't know. So If you trade on the exchange, it's just numbers on a screen. So I'm not saying that's the case with, I almost called it Foot Locker. With Trade Locker, I'm not saying that's the case with Trade Locker, but what I'm saying is it's easy for them to allow leverage. It's just numbers on a screen. As long as you're able to withdraw funds, then cool. A lot of times, some exchanges will have no issues allowing people to withdraw funds when it's in the few $100s, maybe a few thousand, maybe. When you start to get into like the big money, into the thousands or tens of thousands or 10,000, that's when you start to see things fall apart. But remember, this goes with any exchange. Before I forget to mention, this goes with any exchange. Always do your due diligence. Anytime you put your funds or money on any exchange, I don't care if it's Coinbase or CoinZoom or whatever, even ShakePay, if it's not regulated, it's at risk. You haven't withdrawn over 2K. So you, it's just like safety equipment. It's like safety equipment or a condom. You'll find out. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Why I was nodding my head. I didn't even book that. It's been going on the whole time. So in my ear here, I'm listening in on my own on the YouTube stream. But because it's a delay of 8 seconds, I listen to myself say what I just finished saying. And because it's my own voice, I just like acknowledge it as if I said it in my own head. So me nodding my head just now in silence to you guys was me acknowledging what I just said on YouTube that 8 seconds ago. And then now 8 seconds later on YouTube, they're seeing me nod my head like this. So everything is out of sync. So I just look like a freak show to those of you paying attention, wondering like, why did he just nod his head? Like, you ever watch those movies or shows where the main character like looks at the camera? It's just like, what's it called? Breaking the third wall or fourth wall or whatever it is. It's kind of like that. So that's what's happening. So if you catch me like acknowledging something on my own, I'm like listening to something. Think of whatever I just said like 8-10 seconds ago, and I'm just hearing myself like, yeah, that's a good point. You gotta be your big fan, and yes, that would be Nas Cell. Yes, if I were to take it, but I'm not watching Nas. Yeah, we could look at oil. We do have. some crazy oil traders, and these people, it's actually a woman, okay, and she is deadly with oil trades. Like I'll tell you, straight up, I don't have no problem saying this, admitting this. I don't know. I don't remember actually um, how the pips work on oil. I don't remember. I think it was a dollar a pip. I don't remember, or 10 cents or 50. I don't remember. I have it written down. But oil is not for the weak. Oil is like way crazier than gold. The way it moves, it's not. I just stay away. I don't even look at it. The calls that this woman makes on oil is just like she is crazy with oil. No, don't sell gold. Don't. I know you think it's going to whatever. It could reject this area. It's not worth the risk. Guys, listen. Trading is about patience, discipline, risk to reward ratio, and waiting for setups. Okay? Is it possible? Sure. It can go one of two ways, up or down. But it it just tapped this area in the last hour and a half. So it could just as easily take everybody out and then come crashing down. If you zoom out a little bit, and then for fun we'll get back to oil. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see that we're just like hanging out up here. It could wick itself down. It could come down a little bit more. It could come up retest. We don't know yet. If you're going to take it, understand that you're gambling slash taking that risk. So if you're going to do a trade like a gamble, just know that you're entering into a gamble of a trade. You didn't enter a setup, you didn't wait for your zone, you weren't looking for proper entry, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. If you're going to YOLO a trade, that's gambling. And if you're going to gamble, then you take all the risk with it. See, you would have entered a sell, you'd be crying right now. That was what? You would be down 20 pips. I know some of you took it. For some of my new risky traders, it's usually guys. Sometimes it's ladies. Look, 40 pips. I haven't looked at anything now new because I had my account for a while, but I'm not mad at the newer platforms. What do you mean by you're not mad at the newer platforms? Do you mean newer platforms like crypto exchanges? Slang meaning they look good, and yes, crypto exchanges. This isn't a bad idea. I'm looking more into it. I'm a little confused. I haven't looked at anything new because I had my account for a while, but I'm not mad. It's a it's a whole Toronto Scarborough slang. What's a Scarborough? Oh God. Okay. So some somebody tell them what's a Scarborough. Somebody tell them what's a Scarborough, but wrong answers only. It's not a scar, bro. Okay, for oil, I mean that's pretty decent, I guess. I remember if you're one of the people that does watch oil, and if this zone is too big, I don't know. Forgive me. I don't watch oil, but someone wanted to look at oil, and so here it is. I don't know if this is a buy. I don't know. I'm not giving any price predictions, whatever. I was just looking at it. This seems like a pretty decent zone to me. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. I'm not a trade guru. This is looking at it, curious. Someone asked, and that's what it is. We'll go back to just gold. No, the alien face doesn't come on yet. Slang meaning they look good, and yes, crypto exchanges. I read that already. This isn't a bad idea. I'm looking more into it. I think I read that already too. Wow, I'm losing my mind. Let me just get my stories in. Yeah, sorry. I was just answering some questions here. Some private questions. Don't be shy to ask on the YouTube live or on the Zoom. If it's a private question like that, sure. I'm obviously not gonna say what it was, but yeah. So we'll wait 4 minutes, see what happens with the 1 hour candle, and then close the chart. The buy is still valid, so pay attention. I I said it earlier. I don't see a trade, or I don't see it playing out like that. I would rather not trade. I would rather not make the trade. And if we don't trade, it's okay. Especially with high, new highs like this, it's risky regardless. And let's say when we do close the Zoom and the YouTube live, like this, I'm telling you, this is what I'm going to show you is going to happen. We don't know how high it's going to go, but wherever it does go, it's going to come down to here. It's going to come down to this area. It could come down here today. I wouldn't be surprised if by 1 o'clock it totally reverses this entire move. I wouldn't be surprised. It could either reverse this entire move or sit here or sit like somewhere here. So if this trade comes back down and you're watching it, remember not to get in if it's just crashing. Okay, you're better off waiting for confirmation. If you don't know what that confirmation is because you're still new, then don't even get into the trade if it's coming like crashing down. Okay, if you're on your demo accounts and you want to F around and find out, it's good practice too. But just remember everything that I'm saying to you, or remember as much as possible, and just be patient. It's okay if you let the trade go, meaning if you don't take it today. Watch the charts, pay attention, see how it plays out. Maybe it just keeps shooting up to the moon. Maybe it doesn't do anything that I said. I don't know. We're not fortune tellers. But let's see what happens. For the people that were gambling and took a sell at the top, they're crying right now. For those that were playing it safe, we're not. At least not right now. Candle closes in 48 seconds. Okay, so new candle. See what happens. And away we go. So other than that, for everybody in YouTube land and for my people here on Zoom, keep smiling. Don't let anyone piss you off. Have an awesome rest of your day. You didn't lose money today, unless you were a degenerate. and you were selling when you weren't supposed to, then that's on you, not me. But for everybody else that was following along, today was a no trade day. We still have not had a losing day, but now we are on three no trade days. I believe three or four. I don't remember. So in a month and a half ish, it's not bad. So see you in the chats. Keep smiling. Don't let anybody piss you off.